Welcome to Trigger with Sundar. Today we have special guest SFI All India General Secretary Srijan Bhattacharya. We will discuss on new education policy, other topics. Hi Srijan. Actually, as a new General Secretary of SFI, what are the main challenges in front of you?
See, SFI has been an organization with a huge legacy, legacy of progressive democratic movement throughout the country for the last 55 years. And from where SFI comes from, if we trace back that, it goes back to at least another 45 years. Organized student movement that has taken part in our freedom struggle. And after independence, all the progressive, all the pro-people policies that SFI has pushed the governments for. So that legacy SFI has.
Exactly.
Right now, carrying forward that legacy in today's times, in these in a very tough time for the Indian Republic, when there's a government that is trying from inside to transform the Indian state and society into a rapidly intolerant, communal, fascistic state. Our job is to hold high the voices of sanity, the voices of rationality, the voices of democracy, secularism, scientific temper, and definitely proceed towards our own goal of socialism in the Indian context. So that is the bigger political window that I can give you. In today's times, the impending immediate challenges, politically speaking, to protect the idea of India. India is such a diverse, inclusive, pluralistic society. In our constitution, you will find that it has been referred as an union of states.
Exactly.
So why did these people, Ambedkar and all these people, why did they not write country or nation? Why did they mention union of states?
Exactly.
I come from West Bengal. You come from Telangana. My food habit, your food habit does not match. My dress, my language, the film I grew up watching, the song I grew up listening to, nothing matches with yours. Still, you are also Indian, proud Indian. I am also Indian, proud Indian. So this diversity is what keeps our country intact. And these fascistic people are trying to kill this diversity itself. They are, according to me, these RSS BJP people, they are the real tukre gang, because they want to break India from inside, the Indian people, in the name of caste, creed, religion, all that. So to aggressively protect, vehemently protect the idea of India, the inclusive India that we have all grown up in. This is one task SFI will definitely look forward to. In education sector, our opposition towards the NEP.
Exactly.
My
question is there actually.
Yeah.
Why you people and why SFI opposing NEP, New Education Policy 2020?
Our task will be not only to oppose the NEP, our task will be to come up with an alternative as well.
What are the alternatives you are?
See, this NEP is very, in a nutshell, we can say this is a education policy of the fascists. The education policy of the fascists, the main ingredients are 3 C's. Corporatization of education or commercialization, communalization of education, centralization of education.
Why you using those 3 words?
Because you see, you leave everything. Over the last 5 years, after NEP has been introduced to India, more than 1 lakh schools have been, government schools have gone under closure. They are just being shut down. Either the students, their huge dropout rates have increased, lack of teachers. I think in Telangana also some recruitment issue is happening. So it is there in the education sector also, midday meal to PhD. Everywhere there are scams. So your public education structure is in a dismal condition, has hit a rock bottom during this BJP rule. Only exception being Kerala and a few other places. So that is why, who are benefiting if the public education structure is destroyed? The people benefiting are the Ambanis and the Adanis. They will have their own private schools, private colleges. You will be compelled to study there, spending lakhs and lakhs of money, like these management and medical and engineering colleges. So corporatization, centralization. and communalization.
What is the centralization? What is the problem of centralization?
Problem of centralization, that's what I was trying to tell you in the first place when we were discussing protecting the idea of India.
In education.
In education also, it begins from the education. I mean, it begins from the classrooms. Your mind, how it is shaped, begins from your school, begins from your classroom, begins from what you are being read, being taught, your syllabus, your curriculum, what your teachers are teaching you. If the teachers are teaching you that one religion is superior than others, if the teachers are teaching you one way of life is superior than the others, if the teachers are teaching you that one language is superior than the others, then that child will grow up to be someone who will easily fall prey to this fascistic agenda. And forget RSS, BJP, Congress, CPM, forget all that. That is very, like, scientifically very unfit for the society that India is. We are a diverse, pluralistic society, and you are trying to centralize everything. Your NCERT books, how you are trying
NCERT books, there are many changes are there. Actually,
they're making changes. Now they have these historians like P.N. Oak and all that coming up with constant nonsenses. Their intervention in the science congresses, you see, their intervention in all this LOCF draft, UGC circular that they have given. Imagine Savarkar was nowhere, RSS was nowhere in our freedom struggle. Everything, all that the RSS, this Jansangh, this Hindu Mahasabha, all that these people have given to our freedom struggle is one chitti, one letter of apology by Savarkar. Now UGC is saying that you have to read about freedom struggle written by whom? Written by Savarkar. Why will I read? I have my country has, my freedom struggle has the legacy of Bhagat Singh. I have the legacy of Pritilata Waddedar. I have the legacy of Chandrasekhar Azad. Why will I read Savarkar? So this is the problem of, they also know that they will face resistance because BJP...
They are in power, they are imposing. How you people, your SFI, how do you protest, how do you counter them?
This communalization and centralization, this is where we will work. That is why I said that our task will be to come up with, not only oppose, but come up with an alternative education policy. An alternative matlab...
What are the alternatives you are proposing?
That, number one, it should be diverse.
Okay.
It should uphold the beauty of every state, every culture, and accordingly our SFI has, for long, our demand has been to put back education to the state list. Now it is in the concurrent list. Some people want to make it to the union list so that centralization can be done properly. But our demand is that education is a subject that should be local, that should be, one should cater to the different cultures of our country, and that's in his or her own ambience. A child will learn properly, grow properly. So our will be a diverse education policy. Our will be, say for example, it is Kothari Commission in 1964 who prescribed for 6% of GDP expenditure on education.
Education, exactly.
Till today, now when you and I are talking, how many years since 1964? 3 education policies India have seen. No government has ever spent 6% of GDP on education. So now in BJP days, now in Modi days, it is like almost less than 1% is being spent on education. Our education policy will spend a lot more on education. It will look after the development of public education structure, public government schools with good amenity, good quality of education, at the same time with less expense. Like free when we were in our movement in West Bengal, there was this left government also compelled the state government to make education free till the 10th standard, 12th standard. In Kerala we had that, in Tripura we had that, in other places we pushed that. Our own, so politically, one is that keeping intact the diversity, the scientific temper, the rationalism, your democratic secular mind, and at the same time making education, good quality education, easily accessible to people. We are a country, you see Sundar, we have some 140 crore people. So we are one of the biggest human resources of the world.
Exactly.
So if we utilize our human resources properly, give them proper education, and at the end of education give them proper employment, then this is the only way to take our country forward. And that's why we say that like they are the tukre tukre gang, we are the real desh premis, because
they people called you anti-Indian or urban Naxals, tukre gang. They called you, they kind you. You are oppose them.
Of course, I am opposing them because see, anyone can call anyone everything. Calling me nothing. You can call me Amitabh Bachchan, but what work I am doing. So in effect, on the field, they are dividing the people in the name of religion, caste, creed, language, and we are trying to unite the students, get them proper education and get them proper employment. That's how our country will grow. If 140 crore people contribute in the economy, they develop fully and they contribute in the economy, then that economy is bound to go up. Then the economy, the society, it's going to be a progressive society. So that's why we are the real patriots. I told you that they have Savarkar in their hand. We have Bhagat Singh. We carried forward the legacy of Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh was an internationalist, but an internationalist cannot be an internationalist if he is not a patriot. So these ideas of international solidarity comes from where? Comes from loving the people. Why are we on the streets for Palestine? Because there's empathy for the people of Palestine. So when I have empathy for the people of Palestine, when I have empathy for a worker in Palestine, I have the same empathy for a worker in Maharashtra or Andhra Pradesh or Telangana. Our loving my own people is the biggest sign of patriotism, and that is what we have, the socialists have, and that is where they lack.
Actually, SFI is fighting for quality education,
right?
Opposing NUP. But after education, there is no jobs.
Of course,
big unemployment. What will be the future of India?
So that is what we are talking about. If you cannot provide employment to your youth, to this whole, and India is one of the youngest countries in the world, mind you.
Exactly.
65% of the population is below 35 years. So if you cannot provide proper employment to this, your human resource remains unutilized.
Exactly.
So if your human resource remains unutilized, how can your country grow? How can your economy grow? How can your whole system, society grow? That is what they are doing. These BJP, the problem with BJP is not only communal. BJP is communal plus corporate. It's a mixture. It's a nexus. BJP is for the Mohan Bhagwat. At the same time, BJP is for the Gautam Adani. So how they are shaping the whole system, the economy, they are making it easier for the Adanis and the Ambanis to plunder the people of India, loot the people of India, fill up their own covers. They will get richer. But the younger generation are getting unemployment. You see,
yes,
there is a huge lack of government jobs. All these your vacancies are they are just being done away with. Your rail, your banks, your insurances, whatever the government sectors, your education sector, school, colleges. So huge vacancies, and they are not being filled up. Now they have come up with this thing called contractual. So that they don't have to pay a person till the age of 60. They don't have to give a salary to a government employee. Now they have come up with this thing called contractual. Someone like a construction worker to an IT professional. Everyone is contractual. Everyone is hire and fire. Everyone is getting paid. Their working hours have increased. Now some states have started making working hours 10 hours, 12 hours. Earlier it was 8 hours. The whole May Day thing. Now they are pushing this. Infosys Narayan Murthy told
90 hours, 70 hours,
70 hours, all that bullshit. So their idea is to employ less people.
Actually, Modi, our Prime Minister Modi, telling that making pakodas also employment.
That is what. Because employ less people, keep a cheap, vulnerable labor force around, a crowd of young people who are in search of jobs. They will have less bargaining power. They will be ready to work for you at whatever condition you give, whatever paisa you give. And you get, by making things contractual, by making things working conditions precarious, you get your job done at less expenses. And your whole real wages, salaries, all are going down. Working hours after COVID, even for IT professionals, you see this work from home. What it has done, it has actually increased working hours. So for our country now, in many places you will find there's a reverse migration happening from the city to the village, because people are thinking that in village I can at least have some agriculture, cultural land. So people used to flock towards the city for employment, for better livelihood. Now there's a reverse migration happening in many places. Why? Because you are not being able to provide proper education, and you are not being able to create enough sufficient type of jobs, quantity of jobs that can actually hold your whole human resource. So Modi's policy, this Modi government's policy, it is all I can say in a nutshell is, it is forget politics, forget vote and everything. Very impartially saying, what they're doing is completely suicidal to the future generations of India.
Actually, you as a general secretary of SFI and SFI, what you people dream the future India?
We work for a socialist India. And what does a socialist India mean in today's context? All that we have talked about in the last 15 minutes, that is the crux. We work for a just society. We work for a society that is free of exploitation, that is free of social oppression. In the Indian condition, in our peculiar society type, you won't find this in Europe or other places in the world. We have casteism. We have these social divisions. SC, ST, minority, women, these are the sections who are oppressed for their identity merely. And of course, we have class exploitation that is there. That is. So we have to address all these issues. We have to make an oppression-free, exploitation-free society. And SFI's, like in commercial terms speaking, SFI's target audience is the younger generation, the students. So for the students, we have started working. We will work towards forming an alternative dream, like your alternative narrative, that we can show to the people, especially the younger generations, to the students of India, that look, this is what we are thriving for. An exploitation-free society where everyone gets employment according to their need and ability, where everyone gets education, where everyone gets more or less cheap healthcare. So your basics of your life are sorted. Now, according to your ability, you contribute in the society and you get. It will be largely a corruption-free society. It will be largely identity-based violence and all that, religion, communal, all that will blur away. Definitely equal, not only equal pay, but equal dignity for women.
Exactly.
That is a very important issue. So all that, for that, we have to start off with having education, having our education spaces democratic. Our education spaces are the places where the young minds, that is where how would I say, the saplings, they grow into trees, they grow into bigger plants in the classrooms, in the schools, in the colleges, campuses. So if your campus is undemocratic, if your syllabus is undemocratic, if your teacher is undemocratic, if your authority is undemocratic, if they are not allowing you to develop cerebrally, fully cerebrally, then you will ultimately, you are going to, when you grow up, you are going to turn up into a Yogi Adityanath. So we want to free India of these kind of warmongering, hate-mongering people. We want to have a democratic, secular, rational generation. And for that, formulation of an alternative scientific education policy is necessary, and advocating for public institution spaces, public education for all, better public education and employment, all that we do all the year, and we will keep doing that.
All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Srijan. ప్రజలారా విన్నారు కదా, ద యంగ్ శ్రీజన్ భట్టాచార్య, SFI ఆల్ ఇండియా జనరల్ సెక్రటరీ. ఆయన ఫ్లూరల్ ఇండియా, అదేవిధంగా ఈక్వల్ ఇండియా, సోషల్ జస్టిస్ ఇండియా, ఇప్పుడున్న కమ్యూనల్ ఇండియా వద్దు, మాకు కమ్యూనల్ పాలసీలు వద్దు, కమ్యూనల్ ప్లస్ కార్పొరేట్ నెక్సెస్ వద్దు, మాకు ఈక్వల్ ఇండియా కావాలి అని చెప్పేసి చాలా గొప్పగా చెప్పారు. మరి శ్రీజన్ SFI జనరల్ సెక్రటరీగా అయిన తర్వాత ఫస్ట్ టైం తెలంగాణకు వచ్చారు. కాబట్టి ఈరోజు మనం ఆయనతో అనేక విషయాలు మాట్లాడడం. ఇంగ్లీష్లో మీకు తెలుగు సబ్ టైటిల్ కూడా అందుబాటులో ఉంటాయి, తప్పకుండా చూడండి. యంగ్స్టర్కి తప్పకుండా ఆయన చెప్పిన అంశాలపైన కామెంట్ తప్పకుండా రాయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. చూస్తూనే ఉండండి T10.